Yo, welcome back to the channel everyone. Today we got another film breakdown looking at UFA Grand Finals between Yasha and Wade. We had to check out the first major after this crazy patch that just dropped to see how the game is flowing. And honestly, the patch notes aren't as bad as they seem in actual games. Now, Wade just beat Obi Assassin. It was a great set. I might have to review that one too. But Yasha's just been killing everyone. He's back with his fusion team, Wade rocking Kefla, which we love to see. A lot of cool moments happen in this game, but Yasha has just been on a serious mode as of late. Still not sure what my ideal format will be for how I break these down, but round start. Okay, I want to look at his round start a little closer. Yasha, he always be doing dash block plus Vegito. A lot of people do that with Super Saiyan Vegeta as well, because the assist pops up behind them, keeps him safe. Like, we all know that layer, right? But bro, Wade is a super good pro. Like, he should know this, right? So let's see what happens here. He backdashes to avoid any 5M shenanigans. As he dash blocks, right? Vegito's coming up. You see Wade actually get ready to lariat through that. Sadly though, the lariat does not have enough time to invul. I'm pretty sure it's projectile invul on frame 4. And this is the only downside to running Kefla points. You don't have meter. If this was EX, I'm pretty sure that's frame 1 against projectiles. I would have blown this up ASAP. I think that's what Wade wanted to do. He wanted to blow up some of Yasha's habits early on. That was a smart idea, just a couple micro frames too late, man. Now in the corner, you know, the same fusion team combos. Nothing new there. And over here as well, Yasha been on a roll, right? So we don't want them to get too much momentum. And here what Wade opts to do is basically the Oki counter that I kind of covered in a previous video, where you delay tech to avoid any meaty Oki safe jumps and then you mash after that. But bro, you forgot about the barrier, my boy. Maybe he thought that he would just try to save the barrier for a two-shot scenario and decided to take this risk because he knows that he would be down an assist, doesn't have enough meter, so that this touch wouldn't have killed anyways no matter how much he optimizes it. So maybe that's why he took that risk as well. But by now when the layers go up, it doesn't even matter. I was expecting a spark there as well, but I guess he didn't want to spend that. Now we got Cell in here. Cell's defense is a bit weaker. Goes for his season 2 mix-ups over here. That's what I'm saying. With the fusion squad, nothing much has changed. When we see Vegito coming in, we might see a couple of neutral patterns that have gotten different, but the way Yasha is playing, he's just playing at a very high level with all the fundamentals basically. Got all that down. Okay, now he sparks. Dashes in with assist. Now he's being aggressive with it. And the thing is, like, we've seen all the crazy sparking changes, right? But not a lot of characters have much on block. We saw Kefla in my Kefla breakdown, but a lot of people are sparking early, so you don't have a lot of time left. By the time he got the hit here, Cell does have some pretty cool special cancel loops and stuff, but you don't know how long the timer's gonna last, right? And you don't want to risk going into a big spark a canceling route if you don't know how long it's gonna last. So starting with TODs is nice, but when you do it to save a character, then it gets a bit more risky. Even here, he could have used another perfect attack and gotten to a more optimal combo, but boom, the spark's gone. I kind of want to review that sparking bait real quick. Don't got nothing much to say, just that, you know, you always want to counter sparks, and that's a very popular tactic. Has the Janemba cover the Oki while he covers the up tech. That's just a crazy 5M, bro. And he had the barrier there anyway, so Yasha, as soon as he advances to zone 1, he doesn't commit to zone 1 often, but when he does, he has the barrier. Ooh, got the mix. He has the barrier right beside him to any offensive option he picks. That time he picked 5M as a moving forward poke, since it also covers that aerial zone as we saw, and it worked out perfectly. So here we have Vegito, right? We all know about Vegito's new 6S. I love Wade Janemba, by the way. We're going to see more of that. You know, using Vegito's grab on block super dashes. I covered that in a what to do on block super dashes video. That's a good option to handle any offensive options, and also is safe as we saw. Surprised that he didn't go for a level 3 setup, but maybe that was a miss input. Blocks here. Let's see another cross of Vegito's left right stays strong. We still haven't seen any JSJH links or anything like that. That combo is new though. So that just kind of shows how the patches aren't too big of a difference. But what I do want to know here is with Vegito's neutral, that was a misinput. That was supposed to be this. This is what Yasha really likes to do. So he throws this out, lands, give it a second. So if you're up in the air and you get hit, you have to come back to the ground. Or if you're on the ground, you want to deal with it, you can reflect. Janemba has his counter as well if you're really woke like that. But he gives it a second to see if they super dash or not. Once he determines that the blast locked them down, then he fires into his 6S, which is a good pattern to go into. You want to bring them back to the ground, then you use a strong full screen poke on the ground, which can confirm with the 2S has the barrier just in case that neutral pattern did not work. But we're going to see Yasha do that a lot throughout the whole tournament. Basically, is very strong, and sometimes when people try to call it out, that's when he lands in 2 H's. So it's a good neutral pattern to cover all the bases. Janemba has a good answer against that with his counter, but you have to get the timing right, and we saw how at the beginning trying to counter with a lariat did not work out. Alright, second game's kind of switching my setup for this one. Okay, so last time we saw what happened. This time Yasha opts to jump up with the assist, backing him off. And here Wade still has the same mindset. As soon as he sees the assist, he goes for a different option this time. This time he goes with a dash, which is a frame for involved move as well. And Wade kind of picks the same approach of blowing up this setup, just with, you know, a better option this time. And this can be cancelled into anything else. So if he had the EX bar again, boom, he would have sniped Gogeta. He would have gotten a hit right here, but that's the issue. Kefla does have really strong round start options, but not when she doesn't have the meter for it. So he could have done the M, maybe that would have reached more, but he has the assist to cover it anyways, and is able to get in and secure the hit that way. Very strong round start interaction, if I say so myself. Goes into a nice little Kefla combo. Wade's Kefla is very strong, by the way. Really like how he uses her. 6M, pressure up, gets a hit. Now he gotta convert off of this. You have the Janemba assist. Can definitely secure the kill here, but I think he panicked with the skilled start. He does not even DHC. That time what would have been better is, you know, you can take out some of those key blasts and just do the 236S into Janemba if you don't want to extend with Janemba B, because I know that can be a bit hard. Extend to Janemba for an aerial DR. That would have given you more meter, more damage. Then you could have DHC'd and it wouldn't have mattered because you would have had enough bar to go into level 3 anyways. So optimizing the hit might not always be as important as optimizing the super damage at the end to just secure the kill. We're seeing a lot of DRs and stuff. I'm not sure if Wade is getting angry that his input just maybe didn't show up. But what's nice is that he's able to move while still blocking. So every time he moves forward, holding back for these stray super dashes to not land on him, which is working out. Waits for Cell to come before making a move. That was unfortunate. If he did a JM going backwards as well, a nice fadeaway, that would have worked, but the JL whiffed. 17 is also on the shorter side. Maybe that would have worked on Gogeta and Vegito, but not on 17. Good little mix up here. Securing some Damahe on Kefla. Bring him down. So what happens here. Again, that was a really good move to disrespect his flow like that, but I feel like it was a wrong option afterwards. This time he was actually a zone away for the lariat to hit instantaneously. He also had Cell C in the back. He also had Janemba B in the back, so that would have covered it as well. He could have also done the cannonball from this distance. That would have jailed the super dash and stopped him from calling Vegito, but decides to cancel the super dash as well, which has its moments, don't get me wrong, but the dash block plus Vegito A prevailed. You know, Kefla's dash is very nice to use defensively because of his frame 4 invul. And the other options can be really nice to trigger into, but you just have to pick the right one. And sometimes you might guess wrong with it, you might pick wrong with it. That time I think if you picked the low lariat, that would have been perfect. So you see here he's mixing up the blast with the 6S again. Every time he does the JS, I feel like he's messing up the blast input, to be honest. Just regular pressure strings with Vegito, nothing much. Into the DR. And now Wade is trying to push up. And that was a good retreating pattern. Fade away with it. That was basically a whiff punish on reaction using that. I've been seeing a lot more players go for resets. Get their resources back and try to get a soft knockdown mix-up. I feel like that's more popular. Now we see Vegito going back into this pattern. This time he uses an assist instead of 6S. And as soon as he's done with the assist, he retreats, he goes back. This time Wade knows that it's his time to advance, but he's having a really hard time trying to catch up to Yasha while he's retreating without any assist. And he's getting a lot of momentum off of that. One thing I want to note here actually is Yasha's pressure shimmies from a distance is very strong. So I talk about this a lot more in my shimmy pressure tip, where I explain how to use shimmies during pressure. But here I want to kind of note, because he does it at a different level. So backdash 5M, that's a normal shimmy, right? Backdashes again because he uses both assists, and we already established that Yasha doesn't need to take risk. He backs off when he doesn't have the assist. But from here, IAD's back out of range for the perfect attack. IAD's back again with the Janemba. And then we have the Cell here. He was trying to play this mini distance because he thought he would IAD back in. He would come back in because after the 5M, but he fully retreats. Then he uses a zone 3 tool to blow everything up. So it's very interesting how even from afar, he's able to be safe while still applying pressure. And that's one of Vegito's strongest tools. Vegito is definitely the best at this zone 2, zone 3 shimmy pressure pattern while still being able to keep offensive pressure on you. Kefla is also a good example of that, especially when she has meter, but as we see here, Vegito is kind of dominating with that. We have Janemba beats. Could have went into a jump cancel setup, but I love this string that he has going on. He knows Yasha is someone that he can kind of abuse respect with as soon as the select reflects, but he can kind of set up a more risky string to get more offenses. He kind of needs that to overload Yasha. Yasha's very good universally with his defensive reactions and whatnot. Here, Yasha backs off again. The spark is finally being used. And one thing I want to know, okay, that just looks like a normal JS, right? But one thing that I've noticed is that every time Yasha is retreating, when he starts to fall, he dashes back, especially in zone 3. So in zone 2 he didn't do that, but in zone 3 when he doesn't have assist, he does his dash back to get more space and stuff, especially when Wade is advancing because he wants to respect the mutual zone 3 separation. So what does Wade do? Wade times his ki blast. Wade approaches, times his ki blast to when Yasha's falling down because he knows that this is when he likes to air dash back. So he's able to actually punish this aerial dash back by being aware of his neutral patterns. Now, I don't know if I'm capping, but I'm pretty sure Wade is, you know, trying to snipe out that little habit because we see this multiple times actually that we'll see further on. Good pressure there, securing the kill. Finally getting someone off the board on Yasha's side. It's still tough though because Janemba, as we all know at this point, is a very defensive minded. Let's talk about this real quick. He's a very defensive minded anchor, that's what I wanted to say. So not very good offensively, but okay. Alright, so first off, one thing I want to note real quick is that instead of floating, he's fast falling now. See what I mean? He's landing before Janemba. And this change of pace in neutral is already disrupting Wade's flow. If he did a regular super jump flow, he would have been already at that same timing up here where the ki blast would have been more effective like he did against Vegito. That's one thing. Second thing, he's noticing that Janemba is getting way too comfortable out here, setting up orbs, setting up ki blast, timing it to his movements. So what does he do instead of the air dash this time? Notice he whiffs that, and instead of jumping up, super dashes right in his grill, sparks it up. Confirmed. I'm pretty sure this should kill. Yeah. Ooh. No. I think it's gonna put him in a mixed situation. And he has sparking with 17, so he can get a nice little 50-50 going on. Everyone can do this mix, by the way. Safe jump into air dash high or land low. That is a 50-50 that Wade was ready for. Could have punished this, but was too scared of the barrier action. Base this up, by the way, but for some reason gets punished. That had me tripping because I saw Janemba like blocking, but I don't know. Here he's kind of complaining about buns not working and stuff, and I think that's why he was kind of DRing that we saw earlier, the random drops and stuff. But they do a button check and he's fine. So I don't know. The bad thing about this grand finals to see how the patches is that, you know, it was some quick games and we're already on the last game. We already know Yasha's the winner. Spoiler alert. But I don't think this was a fair look at how the patch rolls, especially because Yasha hasn't really been doing anything new. Wade's and Obi set had a lot more patch related changes, but that just kind of shows how like the patch doesn't have like that much of a game breaking effect. Wade does a safer option this time, doesn't go for anything Kefla specific, just blocking, same mix as before, 50-50s, reflects on reaction with the Vegito, nothing crazy, simple pressure. But Gogeta is very hard to block, bro. If y'all saw the little pattern that he did there that was very interesting is that, we'll watch it slow-mo. So he does the dash up because he has no assist, right? And that dash up has the same rhythm as going for like a DR, as going for like a 6M. And I think that's where he got the counter hit from. Kind of induced a similar feeling that he would go for something else without having any assist, but goes for a very, very tight frame trap that got Wade. Wade sparking early is his turn because he blocked the spark in the air. That was, I think, a mistiming on the assist call. Yasha staying grounded, by the way, the whole time staying grounded, is able to catch his landings, confirm off of that. And Kefla's gone again, bro. Oh, man. We did not get to see a lot of Kefla. I promise you, Wade's Kefla is nice. It's just, the set was not a Kefla set, man. But we gonna see how Cell and Janemba do. Hopefully they can bring a couple characters down. Starting off strong, backing off again, staying grounded, the more advantageous position, as I keep trying to preach to y'all. Y'all don't need to hold jump, because that's a good neutral pattern if you're in the air though. And you see, even if it doesn't work, he's backing off. That was a great, awareness of his poke ranges, because, you know, in the air, perfect attack is still a menace. Brings him all the way to the corner, great combo. Holds him down. DR is always risky, because if they tech it, then it's no longer your turn. Went for the risk, it did not pay off. 17 back in, but at least Vegito is off the screen, I guess, even though he's recovering some blue life. Janemba B, I feel like you're not recalling that properly, but I do want to talk about this real quick. So we know about momentum. I kind of talk about this in my neutral guide, but we know about momentum and stuff and how that feels, especially like, you know, you're winning momentum. Yasha has a momentum right now, whatever, right? But boom, he gets a straight hit in neutral, counter hit. What does this give him? This gives him frame advantage. It also gives Yasha, you know, he becomes a bit discombobulated. Now I'm saying, he's like, oh shit, I got hit. I need to back off. I need to guard up. His first reaction is not, you know, oh, I'm a 5H, I'm a super dash after getting hit. He wants to retreat to make sure that that hit doesn't turn into a confirmation, right? So Wade knows that this is the perfect time to keep advancing, because he has the neutral momentum in that situation, landing a straight hit, getting the advantage mentally, physically, frame wise, and is able to confirm, decide, make this choice to go into another committal option, which was the key blast lariat little thing, into an IED. And from here he's able to convert those little momentum shifts into a whole hit. That's interesting, because, you know, the whole time we haven't really seen Cell use his key blast like that, right? He's really picking when to use it, and that time he used it well. He brings in Janemba because he doesn't have Spark, doesn't have really a lot of resources, doesn't even have the character advantage, right? When you keep selling, when you do his mix, you're relying on using resources. He would have to vanish, get a skilled combo. Maybe that wouldn't even kill, because he doesn't have much meter, only 2 bars. He would have lost a bar, would have started with a bar, had to recover that bar, and doesn't have enough characters to make up for that deficit. So he decides to go to Janemba, because Janemba's mix is meterless, and he definitely could have killed if he got the hit, which is why I think he opted to go into Janemba mix, even though Cell, he has some layers. I don't know who has the better mix. I think resource wise, Janemba was definitely the better choice. So that was good. Patience with punished his L's with super dash. I guess Wade was thinking that he would just land and block calmly, but he did not. Now we're going to Gogeta Pressure. Gogeta's Pressure is tough, man. Gogeta's Pressure is tough. Goes for the DR. Nice. Jails him down. What a block, though. That was so good. One thing that Gogeta struggles with is guard cancels, though, because of his normals, the way the frame advantage works. And Cell is put in another blender. What's crazy here is the 7 bars. DHC out. You got level 5 Gogeta. So this combo actually does more than just hurt, bro. That's crazy.
Building to level 5. This actually died, bro.
Why do you die of everything?
That's actually silly.
Breathing out kills you.
Yo. And look at this. We get this beautiful animation.
Oh,
here we
my
go.
God.
Charge it up.
There we go.
Ha! You're done. All right, wait.
Cell dead, and now we go.
Yeah, that was kind of sad, huh? I feel bad, bro. Wade teleporting out of there, trying to maintain some neutral space, gets in. The thing is, I love this string by Janemba, bro. Even the overhead there to get more advantage. But thing is, Yasha just needs to be patient. Kind of tries to call it out. Kind of want to. What's interesting about the 5L that Yasha went for is that the whole time Janemba be aerial, then he be using the orbs. So I feel like Yasha thought he would use the orbs again and wanted to call it out. But Wade's doing a really good job at using that fake string and kind of switching it up to get a hit off of it. Y'all see how sometimes he doesn't use the orb. He uses the aerial normals. He uses the aerial slash to keep them locked in. So he's really, oh man, he's really good at varying that. But Yasha staying grounded, waiting for Janemba to kill himself. He needs to be patient, because he doesn't need to move in. He has a life lead. Just stay grounded and let Wade make his own mistakes, I guess, and capitalize off of them. Being able to capitalize off straight hits, though, is just talent. Like Yasha, you know, he's the best at. I do want to review some other sets. Let me know if y'all enjoyed this one, and if y'all want to see some more, you know, 1.38 patch games being reviewed, man. Appreciate y'all for stopping by. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.